So today we are talking with Brian. What I know most about Brian is he just bought an Airstream. So it'd be fun to talk to a fellow Airstreamer.
Right.
Um,
And just this weekend, he picked it
yeah,
up, I think, this past weekend.
we worked this recording schedule around him picking up his Airstream.
Yeah,
So in
yeah.
advance, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what can you tell us about Brian before we bring him on?
Brian is 4 months post-op. He had a great recovery. Now, we've said before, this is not all about, the horror stories and the nightmares. There are good, successful surgeries and recoveries out there, and we want to hear those too. So, yay for Brian.
Well, is it fair to say the majority are good, successful recoveries? And it's.
I mean, and I don't think mine's unsuccessful. I'm just a slow healer.
Well, let's go see how Brian's
Yeah.
recovery went.
So welcome, Brian.
Let's talk knees, titanium knees. From hurting to healing, to taking the lead. Let's talk knees.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, technical
Nice
difficulty.
to meet you guys.
Oh, there we go. Guess I have to
With the
really.
computer, there will
Push
always
button.
be technical difficulties.
Technology making our lives easier. That's
Right, that's what people keep telling me. I'm not a
we're
believer.
waiting for that
Dee
to
always
happen.
says this is why robots will never take over
Right.
the world.
Oh, totally agree.
Well, thank you so much for being here. So I know you mentioned that you wanted to talk a lot about the therapy end of it before and after. Is that right?
Well, I think, one of the reasons I was watching your videos is I had absolutely no idea that people had problems like you're having.
Mhm.
My mom has had a knee replacement. My mother-in-law's had two of them.
I had no idea either.
They're older. They're older, so I thought that it's like, okay, so it took them a little while to recover.
Mhm.
And I thought, okay, well, they're back to the way they should be. They're back to the way they wanted to be. After hearing your story and talking to them a little bit more, there are a lot of people that have a lot of problems with knees.
Mhm.
And I didn't experience any of that. And I stayed home from work for 10 weeks. And after about 4 weeks, I was ready to go back. I was bored stiff. I was doing just about it. Well, at 4 weeks, I actually went out and took a little bike ride and realized maybe I'm not quite ready for that.
Yeah, cool. What exactly led you to having total knee replacement? What were you dealing with, and how long were you dealing with, issues and whatnot?
I didn't know I had knee problems. So over the past 5 years, I was having foot problems and I was having back problems and I was having muscle pain and fatigue and all these sorts of things. And I was breaking a bone in my foot because my knee was so far out of alignment.
Oh,
Like 3 years in a row, I broke that same bone and
wow.
went to a foot doctor, and he says, okay, we're going to put you on this therapy and we're going to do this and that and the other thing. A surgery, but I was on a scooter, I was in a brace, I was in a boot for 2 years. My wife and kids, they went, her family's from Pennsylvania. They went to visit, and I said, I just don't think I can.
But
They
because of
went
your
to,
foot, not because of your knee, right?
yeah,
Okay.
I thought it was the foot.
Okay.
Um, and then finally, the knee was bothering me. I went to get that checked and went to an orthopedic surgeon here. He says, oh yeah, you definitely need two knees. And you're bone on bone, and your right knee is in really bad shape. So, you should get a knee, and then, after that, you should get another one. But yeah, that's kind of the way it started. It was a probably 5 year run up
Okay,
to getting the surgery.
so when at the time that the doctor told you you're bone on bone, Were you still active and still doing stuff? Were you having bone on bone pain? I mean, were you
I was having a ton of pain.
in your knee?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what had it done to your activity? Were you still able to, go for walks or ride a bike or were you just pretty much sitting around?
Very, very, very limited. And, my wife would tell you that I would go for a walk, but then I would be really grumpy after that because I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. I didn't realize how much that pain was affecting my attitude, my life, my happiness. It was pretty bad. Taking the kids to an amusement park. Well, I just couldn't keep up with anybody. They kept
Sure.
uh,
Sure.
going off to do things, and I just couldn't keep up. And I ended up getting lost and frustrated and very grumpy.
Yeah. Yeah. So the doctor told you need to have your knee done. Then did he have you start doing prehab? Did you do that for a while before surgery?
I did rehab for about a year before surgery,
Okay.
um, and on and off. And that's really where I discovered it's probably the knee, not the foot, not the back. Um, and yeah, did a whole lot of rehab or prehab or physical therapy beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in a special program. It was a destination surgery for me. Um, so my insurance wouldn't cover it here locally. So I ended up coordinating with a doctor in Springfield, Missouri, and it was covered and got into that program. And, they recommended some therapy, which I was already doing, and a whole lot of other things. They have a really strong program there.
Nice. Nice.
He does 12 a day.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
that is a strong program.
How long does he take to do one surgery? Like 12 minutes?
The whole surgery took about 40. I think he was in there for maybe 12. I don't know. I wasn't watching very
That's
closely.
crazy.
How long was mine?
Like an hour.
An hour? Over an hour,
it's over
wasn't
an
it?
hour.
Wow. That's
Was
crazy.
yours robotic?
Yeah. Mine
Okay.
was robotic
Well,
and quadriceps sparing.
that slows him down. Having to wait on the robot to do its thing
Darn
slows it down a lot.
robots. Okay.
Darn
Again.
computers.
Yeah.
Again, robots
Okay.
never take over
Right.
the world.
So
Too
did
slow.
you have staples or glue?
Glue.
Glue. And how long is your incision?
It is from above the knee to below the knee. It's 8 or 9 inches long.
Okay. Okay.
You can hardly even tell now.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
It's pretty faded.
it's very faded.
Huh. Mine's still in the fading process.
It's what, 4 months?
Yeah,
Oh.
and he's 4 months, and I'm
Huh?
6, and I still, you can still definitely see a scar. I mean, mine was glue as well. It's only about 5 inches long, but I was told that it stays red as long as it's red. It's still healing. Once it's healed, then I guess that's when it fades. So I guess I'm a slow healer.
Well, proof that we're live, I have
Well,
to go
that-
let a dog out.
Yes, I
So-
saw that.
You guys
Sure.
talk
Okay.
amongst yourselves.
Of course, Jimmy's always the one that causes the issues, and now he says now is the time I need to go outside. So
But you said you had a magic 8 ball attached to your knee.
All right, go ahead.
yeah, the on-cue
Oh.
ball. It wasn't very magic.
Yes. I had nothing like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't, but it's just something that my surgeon does, and whew, I did not like it. Did not like it at all. I mean, maybe had it worked, maybe it would have been fine, but it didn't work. It just, caused more issues. Did you have? I've heard of some people where the anesthesiologist after surgery actually will give like an injection into the knee joint of more painkiller that kind of lasts for another 24 hours. Did you have anything like that?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
But I had pain, but not nearly as much pain as I had before the surgery.
Gotcha.
So he may have given me something.
Yeah. Did you come home same day?
Well, since this was a remote surgery,
Well,
we stayed in. I stayed in the hospital overnight.
okay.
I had to pass water and bowel movement before they would let me go.
Wow.
Um, I had physical therapy that next morning.
Uh-huh.
So I had to walk up and down the hall to prove to him that I could walk with a walker. Um, and then I was in a hotel for a week.
Oh, okay.
The program has a hotel that they set you up in. They have a physical therapist there at the hotel.
Nice.
And you don't have to go back to the hospital for physical therapy. So did physical therapy there, and it was not what I was used to. It was not as much rigorous workout as
Good.
I was used to,
Good.
and it was super easy for me. So I was beyond 90 degrees of flex, that Tuesday after surgery.
Wow, that's awesome. Would you mind sharing your surgeon's name, just in case there's someone watching that is looking for a surgeon?
Yeah, he was R.B. Jones
Ruby Jones.
at Mercy Orthopedics in Springfield.
Okay.
I met him for a grand total of maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That
He's
sounds right.
Yeah.
He's got things to do.
Yeah, he's busy.
yeah,
He's busy.
well, I
12
mean,
surgeries to do. Yeah.
right. Yeah, he probably was, this was his 2 minutes break between surgeries or whatever. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. He asked if I had any questions. I didn't really. I didn't ask a whole lot of questions of anyone. So I don't know what technique they used. I don't know what type of implant I have. Um,
Wow.
the only thing that I know is Dr. Jones. He graduated from Ohio State University. I used to work there for a very long time, and he had been there at the same time I was.
Interesting.
And that's pretty much it. He says, "Yeah, I don't know much about anything else, but I do this a lot." So even though we're doing this on April Fool's Day,
Yikes.
you're
Oops.
you don't have anything to worry about. Do
Good.
12 these days. So
Good. So you spent a week there and you did the hotel physical therapy. So then when you got
Yep.
home, what was it like getting home? What was your physical therapy like then? And how did that next week go?
so there's a little bit of a story there.
We like stories.
In the meantime, as I was getting my knee done in Springfield for this, evidently my local physical therapist had sent in their bill for the physical therapy. I got the bill when I got home, and then I made that decision that I was going to go to a virtual physical therapist. We would do this, and he was actually measuring my knee over Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And the program covered that 100%, so I didn't have anything out of pocket. I got a big sticker shock of probably 12 weeks physical therapy.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Mm-mm.
It was ridiculously overpriced. My physical therapy sessions were 20 minutes, and they were $280 a session. And they wanted me to do that 2 to 3 times a week.
No way.
And I'm not a lottery winner or anything like that. So
Right. Right.
Yeah. We her physical therapy, they would do a TENS unit, where you have the little muscle pads and stimulate that, and they would do that for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And it was a $30 charge. So we looked at what they were using, and we bought one off of Amazon for $30.
So I could just do it myself.
And she started doing that herself. And
I actually still do it. I just enjoy it. So every evening when we're watching TV, I just do a TENS unit around my knee.
I'm going to sneak some new batteries in that one.
Yeah, I need some new batteries.
Oh, mine's got a rechargeable.
Oh,
I
nice.
went for not the deluxe model like you did with the $30 one. I went for the $20 one
Oh,
that's rechargeable, USB.
oh wow,
Um,
cool.
Yeah, see,
it's
we need a
very,
downgrade evidently.
very,
Wow.
it's very Chinese. All of the writing on it, all of the settings are kind of like Chinese
Ah,
icons.
interesting.
You just got to figure it out.
Interesting.
Oh, I just push it until I find something that feels good and let it go.
So how long did you do your virtual physical therapy?
I did that for about 3 weeks,
Okay. And how often?
and then once a week.
Once a week? Okay. And then after
Yeah,
that, you did it on your own? Did you continue on your own? Are you still doing anything?
I still do. I had put together a program for myself based on all of the physical therapist materials that they had given me.
Mhm.
So I would, this is me at 5 in the morning or whatever. I would get up and, kind of just run through that whole list of exercises,
Mhm.
um, about 40 minutes worth every day.
And are you still doing
Um,
that same program?
Still doing that 3 or 4 days a week. I'm not gonna lie. I slack off sometimes.
You need recovery days. That's fine.
Right?
Absolutely. That's my excuse.
See,
That's
Yes.
it's a
exactly it.
recovery
Yeah.
day.
The muscles have to rest and recover so that they
Mhm.
can get stronger. Exactly. It's very
Yeah.
true.
So now that I'm back at work, I've kind of supplemented that a little bit. I take two 20-minute walks a day. That's about 1.2 kilometers and involves 6 flights of stairs.
Nice.
And, I
How
do
are
that.
stairs for you? How are you able to do stairs? I mean, not how are you able, but are you able to easily do stairs like just a normal person with a normal knee, or is there some struggle?
I have to think about it. Um, I have to think about it, and I have to be really careful because I am expecting pain and I don't get it.
Oh,
Now, is that because you
Um,
had the pain before the surgery and you're just like, this is going to hurt when I climb? And then you're like, oh, wasn't pain.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. I have so many habits of, trying to deal with that pain that stairs are really, I have to overcome that mentally. Physically, it's not bad. I'm still a little weak, I can tell. Um, I'm a little weak in that knee. It hasn't totally recovered. So my strength isn't back yet, but it's coming. I can actually tell. Uh, I track my time for my walks and it's going down. Um, and less pain. So I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, I do that twice a day at work, um, mainly because I just need to get away from the computer. And
yeah.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I don't remember what week did you say you went back to work?
I went back on week 10,
Week 10. Wow. Wow. And the
and
doctor
I
was good with that? The
feel,
doctor released you for that?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, I had to convince him. Well, that was another interesting complication. So the surgeon had released me to my primary care. My primary care knows nothing about
Right.
knee replacements.
Yeah.
Um, so he's like super nervous to do anything. I said, okay, well, here's what I want to do. Here's what they told me that we should be doing. And he says, well, I need records from your online physical therapist. And I said, all right, well, here's all of his contact information. Ask him for whatever records you want. And they of course forgot about that. My opinion of the healthcare system in this country is absolutely horrible. Um, but they fooled around with that, and I said, "Well, I'm going back to work.
Good for you.
If you release me, that's great. But yeah, I'm going back to work on Monday
And
because
do
I
you
really could have gone back at 6 weeks.
really? Do you sit at work? Do you stand? What do you
Yeah,
do?
yep. Uh, I work on computer stuff.
Oh, okay.
I do information security.
Cool.
I quantify risk for a living. So I do math.
Yeah. Now, when you went back to work, I mean, did you just pull up a chair and sit at your desk for 8 hours, or did you ever feel like you needed to prop your leg up? Did you take an ice pack? You know, I
Didn't
mean,
take an ice pack. Um, it was very stiff. If I were to stay in the chair for more than 2 hours at a time, it was pretty stiff. And I had to limp around a little bit and work everything out to be able to move around. Didn't take any ice pack with me. I took some, not ibuprofen, but Tylenol with me, um, just in case, and I haven't taken any of that yet. Um,
good.
but it was really stiff, so that's why I had to take those walks every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Um,
that's good. That's good that you were able to do that.
yeah,
So now you're 4 months now. So how is your knee now? Do you still have tightness, stiffness, any swelling left? You know, any discomforts, or are you just off and running?
no swelling. I do still have areas on the outside of my knee that are numb from the
Same.
nerve
Same here.
damage. Um, it's still weak, and I can tell it's weak, and I get some muscle soreness because it's weak. Um, so yeah, still doing a whole lot of that. Well, I was trying to do my physical therapy routine 6 times a day after surgery. And the way that went is I would work for 20 minutes, I would ice the thing, I would take the painkillers, and then wake up an hour and a half later, and then
And then
repeat.
do that again.
How long did you do that? How long did you carry on that routine? That's a lot.
Um, Probably 3 weeks.
Really? Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. Good for you. Um,
I was bored.
I mean, if you can, I
Bored.
just that I tried doing a lot, and it was too much, and it set me back. The more I did, the worse I got. Is essentially what it was. Once I backed off and just did once a day, then I started improving. So it's interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody recovers so differently. Everybody is just so different in this. Shh.
Well, Jones, he had me on a pre-surgery prescription. I'll look into this. A vitamin A, I think it was,
Uh-huh.
um, that I had never even looked into before. But evidently, high dose vitamin A really improves the body's ability to heal.
Interesting.
Um, and I'm not a vitamin fanatic or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that helped.
Uh-uh. That's interesting. Is that the only thing he had you take?
Yes.
That's interesting. My surgeon
You had
had
so
me
many.
take, huh?
You had so many that they
Yeah,
had
my
to
surgeon wanted me to, and mine was all for immunity, like to help prevent me from getting sick or getting infection or anything. So I was on vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, oh, B1, iron.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't even give you iron because apparently they worry a lot about the iron. They want your iron levels to be really good. I don't know. It's just always so interesting to me how different the protocols are from surgeon to surgeon. Did you ever have a setback? Did you ever feel like, you were 3 steps forward and, 7 steps back? I mean, did you ever do anything that you're like, oh, that was a mistake?
Yeah. Yeah. With me trying to do my little physical therapy routine a lot, I had some pain a lot of times where, I had to skip. That's where I started skipping days.
Oh, okay.
Get that
Okay.
recovery.
And then, yep, yeah, I had to slow down a little bit for the recovery.
Okay.
But by the time I got home, I was I was really done with the walker. Now I was doing it because my wife didn't want me to fall.
Sure.
Um, they wanted me to, not hurt myself. They wanted me to take it slow, but I'm a little stubborn, and I I used the walker only when they were looking.
Wow. Wow. Did you use a cane at all?
I used a hiking pole for a couple of days.
Huh.
just in case.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it.
What about limping? Did you limp before surgery? And
A
then
lot,
and then
yeah.
after surgery, did it take you a while to overcome that limp?
I am still limping
Okay.
for no reason
Mm.
whatsoever. It's one of those psychological things that
Uh-huh.
I don't have to limp. And that's one thing when I take my walks every day, I have to consciously
Yeah.
think, am I limping? Why am I limping? I don't need to limp. There's no pain. There's no reason for me to limp.
Right.
And I have to actually concentrate on taking full strides and using my heel to the toe and
Right.
walking like a normal person would because I've walked with a limp and had to adapt to different situations because it hurt so much for so long. It's just a habit.
Uh-huh. So now that you've got the knee taken care of, are you still having any issues with your foot?
Nope,
Wow. That is very interesting. Huh.
back's a lot better.
That's great.
That's
And
interesting.
well, I will say that to get into this program, I had to lose some weight. I had to lose probably 15 pounds just to get into the program. So that's one of the reasons that I was doing so much physical therapy exercise was to burn off some of that weight. And since then, I've just kept at it. I've lost 60 pounds
Wow,
since
good for you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
because it doesn't hurt to move anymore.
Yeah,
can,
that's
yeah.
fantastic. That's now, this might be a stupid question, but what do you mean by the program? What is the program? Do you just mean that getting in with that surgeon or
Yeah. So the company I work for has they call it the Centers of Excellence. So if you have certain conditions, you go to a specialist. So if you have cancer, you go to the Mayo Clinic. If you have back problems, you go to Geisinger Hospital in Philadelphia.
oh,
If you
okay.
have other issues, and they do knees, the Knee Center of Excellence is in Springfield, Missouri.
Okay, that's very interesting. That is very
That's
And
great.
interesting.
yeah, the cool part is out of pocket, it didn't cost me anything.
That's fantastic.
Um, if I would have, actually gone with all of their recommendations and not done physical therapy locally, just done it virtually the whole time, I wouldn't have been out any money at all. They paid
Wow.
us travel. They gave us an allowance for food. Um, if we'd had to fly, we just drove. We're only 3 hours away from there. Of course, driving my wife's compact Honda was not exactly
It's
the
an
thrill of my life.
adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and especially because a week later, all the spinal block and everything has worn off, and so now you're just dealing with, whatever pain meds you're taking. Because I came home the same day, so I still had the spinal block. So I was just like, yeah, I can sit here in the car all day long, no big deal.
well, it was so cool. The next morning after surgery, they they said, "All right, we're going to get you up. We're going to take you to physical therapy." They had me going upstairs. They had a simulated car where they taught me how to get
Oh
in and out
my
of a car,
word.
so that I could do that comfortably without putting, excess tension or torque or anything on the knee. Um, and, you know,
Huh.
sent me to the ho sent me to the hotel, hang out there with their physical therapist.
That's
Um,
incredible.
I'm a big fan of the program.
Yeah,
This
I'm a big
me
fan of it
too.
too.
Oh yeah,
you are a
my
great
wife
success
is
story.
too.
Yeah. And she got a
My
vacation out
wife
of it
is a
almost.
huge fan of that. She did, yeah. We had the hotel room. I upgraded it to a suite. That was a little bit of pocket for me, but so she kind of stayed in the bedroom, and I was mostly in the living room. I slept in the chair because it was lying down was really hard for me to get into a comfortable position. Um, so that whole week, I didn't sleep in the bed. I just slept in the chair. Um, but yeah, she really enjoyed it. She got to read. She got to do all the things that she wanted to do. She went shopping a few times.
Sure, because she didn't have to do housework and all that other stuff and had somebody else coming in and
Right,
checking on you. So,
I feel like I really
Right.
missed out.
You did. You missed out. Yeah, yeah, you missed out.
She said, yeah, we could do that anytime you want. So,
She's like, when are you having the other
When
knee
you having
done?
the other one
Yeah.
done?
right.
Wow.
That'll probably be next year. I'm
Really?
thinking next June.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, with an
like,
experience like that, why wouldn't you consider, just say, yeah, I'm going to get the other one done too, because you obviously
right.
had a great experience. So
And
Well, and then watching your story, my eyes are this big
Sure.
around saying that happens to people.
oh my. Have you read any of the comments on our videos? Because
it happens a lot.
I
much.
I
It
am
happens too
nothing.
much.
I am nothing compared to what happens to people. I mean, I've heard from so many people that are over a year out and are still in constant pain. And I'm like, okay, I am not in any pain. I can't walk very fast yet, but I'm walking a mile a day now wearing a weighted vest. So,
Nice.
right? I deserve that pat on the
How
shoulder.
fast? How fast? Tell me how fast.
You're doing it
What was my mile? My half a mile took
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
So she's at
So a
22
22
Oh.
minute mile.
She's doing okay.
That is
Pushing a
right
stroller.
at where I'm at.
Pushing a stroller with two
Pushing a
dogs in it.
stroller?
I'm going to shut this
Oh, okay.
blind.
So when a Super Bowl team wins the Super Bowl, they say, we're going to Disneyland. What is your, I'm through this, now I can, what's your moment of celebration for getting through all this and being normal again?
Now I can take that new Airstream
Yay!
to all those national parks that I've wanted to go to in the West and haven't been to yet.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
What a way to celebrate. Go buy
Right?
yourself an Airstream.
Go buy yourself an Airstream and go out and travel. Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful. What advice would you give somebody that's preparing for surgery, especially like when it comes to doing physical therapy and whatnot? But just overall, what advice would you give to a friend that comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm gonna have my knee replaced. What should I do?" What would you tell them?
Physical therapy hurts. And it hurts before surgery and it hurts after surgery. You have to figure out where that point is between damage and rehabilitation.
True. Yeah.
Because both of them hurt. It's just to what extent are you doing something to your body? And the more pain that you invest up front, I'm a firm believer that because of all the physical therapy I did and because of all the work I had to do to lose some of the weight, that really led to me recovering pretty quickly.
We hear from people who, through their recovery, they have a moment of, I wish I'd never done this. Did you ever have that with the great recovery that you've had?
No,
Wow.
not at all. I just wish I'd have done it 5 years ago.
Wow.
I wish I'd have known 5 years ago. And I'm kind of glad that I watched a couple of YouTube videos of the surgery. I knew how brutal it was, but I didn't do a whole lot of research beyond that. If I'd have known some of the outcomes that you've talked about and your outcome, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably would have just lived with the pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're glad you did it. I'm
Yeah.
sure you are too. And I'm really glad that you were willing to come on here and talk to us about your good recovery, because people need these stories.
Yes, people need to know that it's not all hard recoveries. I mean, everybody recovers differently. That's just every body heals differently. Some people heal faster than others, and so it's just all different and it's all personal, but it is really nice to hear good positive stories where it's like, yeah, I just breezed right through this, and and that's great. I mean, did you take pain medication that first week? Were you on any kind of an opiate or
Oh,
anything?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
but they recommended that I take it like every 6 hours, and I did it.
Yeah.
I had an alarm set. We had a log
Yeah.
there in the hotel room with the paper log with the pills right there. I had tramadol and oxycodone, oxy something.
Right.
Yeah, they recommended take it and don't let the pain get out of hand, or
Right.
you're going to have problems controlling it. So I just took it, every 6 hours or
So,
however often
so it's
they
not like you
recommend.
didn't. It's not like you got through this with no pain. I mean, obviously
Oh
you
no,
you had
no.
pain, or you wouldn't have needed to take the pain medication. It's just that you got
Just
through it.
managed very well.
Yeah, managed it very well and got through it quickly, and yeah, that's
Well, and
fantastic.
really overall, uh, my pain was less than it was before surgery.
Yeah,
Uh, so the painkillers was just a bonus plan there.
yeah,
It helped me sleep. That was for sure.
yeah. So sleep wasn't terrible for you. I know you mentioned that
Uh,
first
The first
week
week, yeah.
was bad, but after that,
First week was bad. The painkillers helped with that. For probably another week after that, I tried to sleep in the bed. It was really uncomfortable. Couldn't get good sleep for a week or two after that. Um, then things started really improving.
wow, that's great. That's great. Well, it sounds like you've had a recovery to that everybody wants to model.
That everybody should have. We
That
should all
every
get the vacation. We
yes,
should all...
yes. We should all get
Yeah, get
the
the
little
vacation.
You're right.
hospital, the hotel stay, and
And
yeah, and the caregiver should get the week off, and
right,
yeah,
right.
absolutely, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Brian, for
You're
being
welcome.
here and for sharing your story with us, because I know it's going to help a lot of people, and it's going to give a lot of people hope. We had never heard about any kind of a program like that, so I encourage people to check in with their employers and place of business
Right.
and see if that's
See if
something
there's something like that available
that
to them.
they
That's
have
great.
available to them. So
This one was called the Center of Excellence Program, and I hadn't heard about it. I hadn't read through my benefits packages closely enough, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I will say that the doctor, although fantastic skills, not really a great personality. But that's not why I was
Not
there.
right,
great, yeah.
right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we really appreciate it. It was very nice to meet you, and maybe one day we'll actually see you out there on the road.
Right?
Your Airstream
Maybe.
and our van, and maybe we'll run into each other one day. That
Not
would be
literally.
great. Not literally.
Oh,
No, no. But anyways,
it really was a pleasure to meet you guys. I watch all of your videos.
well, thank you.
And I like your style. I like the way you put them together. It's very casual. It's very warm. It's very welcoming. And you guys are doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Thank
That
you
means
so
a lot.
much.
We appreciate that.
We hope we do justice to this video when it comes out. You might watch that and go, "What have they done to me?" And I promise it'll be good. It'll be good.
It'll be good. Well, thank you so much, Brian. It was wonderful to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys too.
All
See you
right.
down the road.
Okay. Bye
See
bye.
ya.
Wow, what a different story. And I don't mean just the recovery story, because we've heard some tough recoveries lately, and this was an easy, comparatively speaking, recovery.
Yeah.
But the center of excellence.
Oh my goodness. What?
Wow.
A hotel?
They
For
s-
a week where the physical
Right?
therapist comes to you?
a destination
What kind of
surgery.
magical happiness is that?
It's like the
I said,
Disneyland of knee
well, it's
surgeries.
funny because when he said it was a destination surgery, I'm like, did he go to like Key West?
That's what I was,
or,
the
like
Bahamas.
Malibu?
Yeah,
I mean, where
almost.
did he have? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Springfield, Missouri. But my goodness, that sounds incredible. I
Yeah.
want you to check into that Center of Excellence thing. See if there's anything in the fine print in your company that offers that. I'm going to be real mad if
Planning on
there
having
is.
something done?
Well, I might now, but I'm going to be real mad if I find
Well,
out that there is and we
there's
missed the
not,
boat.
because we've dealt with our insurance
Yeah.
through this. And
Yeah. So I guess, there's that for all the people out there that do not have access to the Center of Excellence. Well, join the club. We don't either. But yay for Brian. How that's just awesome. Yeah.
awesome guy, awesome.
Yeah, he was
awesome.
he was great. He was great. And how many times a day did he say he did physical therapy?
16. Is that what he said?
Was it 16 or 6?
Either way,
I feel like it was lather, rinse, repeat. He was just doing it all day long. And I was like,
he couldn't have done 16 if he was taking drugs and passing out in between.
that's right. That's right. I think maybe it was 6.
It might have been.
Anyway, I mean, he just told us that 20 minutes ago. How
He
do we not
did.
remember?
I haven't
No.
even slept since then.
Here we
and I
are.
don't remember.
But yeah, he did a lot of physical therapy. But you know what? Again, that's different for everybody.
It is.
I tried doing a lot of physical therapy. You know I did.
I know, and you shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have. It did not make me better faster. So, we're all different. I mean, it just goes to show that everybody heals differently. Now, Brian even mentioned that he's 4 months post-op. Excuse me. His scar is already faded.
Yeah.
What? Is your scar already faded?
That's
Please let us
excellent.
know in the comments. I want to know from everybody out there, if you've had total knee replacement, when did your scar fade? How far along were you? I'm 6 months. I still have. I mean, it's like fading in. It's like a dashed line. It's like a what do you
Like
call
a little
that?
Morse code dash
Dash
dot.
dash dot dot
Yeah.
dash dash.
Yeah.
But where it's dark, it's still kind of purple. But I was told that means it's still healing. So there.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Keep on healing.
Yeah, that's what I do. I heal for a really, really long time.
I wish you would have done it at a destination
I wish I would
healing
have too.
place.
I wish I would have
'Cause
too.
Some people
But
could use a vacation.
Anyways, Brian was great.
He was.
It was
That was
great.
an awesome
So
interview.
glad that he reached out to us. He found us over on our other channel, Hathaway We Go. And so glad that he reached out to us. And it's fun that we have that commonality with the Airstream.
Right?
Airstreams and knees.
Always have something to talk about.
That's right. That's right. So you can be like Brian and join us. We would love to have you.
We would.
Whether you've had a speedy recovery or you're still recovering or whatever your story is, we want to hear from you. We are just having so much fun meeting these people and interviewing these people and learning. I'm learning so much. I mean, I already thought I had learned a lot about,
Right.
different aspects of total knee replacement that I didn't know, but I'm
This is
finding
brand new.
I'm learning something new with each person that we visit with. So please reach out to us at hello@totalkneetalk.com and let us know that you'd like to be on the channel, and we will shoot you an email.
Hook you up.
Yep.
We will talk knees with you.
That's
That's
right.
where the total knee talk
Yes.
came from.
Total knee talk.
So.
Yeah.
And
So-
hey, while you're doing some emails, hop back into YouTube and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, drop a comment and tell us about your knee stories. You don't have to be on camera to be a part of this community. We love the comments. We love talking to people.
Right.
But if you've been through it and you're willing to share your story, like she said, hello at Hathaway We Go.
No.
Hello at totalkneetalk.com.
Was that a plug for our other
That
channel?
was a plug for, hey, go like and subscribe over there too. You never know. You might like that content. But we do have more coming. So tap that notification bell so you know when the next one happens.
For sure.
If you're going through this, we hope you're having a Brian type recovery.
Right.
And
Be like Brian.
yeah, be like Brian. But if you're not, give yourself some grace, cut yourself some slack.
And remember that this is your recovery.
Let's talk knees, titanium knees. From hurting to healing, to taking the lead. Let's talk knees. So next time someone brings up knees, don't just nod, lean in with ease. There's a saga in those joints, a battle fought, a new way to move, a lesson taught. Full range in 6 months, that's the move. Let's talk knees, yeah.